Hello again. I'm Stephen Schoen, Interim Director of the Planning Department, Deputy Director as well. I'm joined by our Land Use Attorney, Ms. Brooke Davis. Thank you for joining us. We're here today to talk about what is our new quasi-judicial hearing procedure in front of the administrative law judge. What I'd like to do is just kind of give you an overview of the process, where we were, where we are. Many of you are aware that this is a new process. So prior to this month, really, the Board of County Commissioners heard all and decided all of our quasi-judicial applications, right? So quasi-judicial decisions are decisions that affect a single piece of property or a single property owner applying to implement the land development code on that piece of property, which is different from legislative decisions that actually set those standards. Up until this month, really, this was our first month that we had a quasi-judicial hearing in front of the judge, administrative law judge. Same process. It started at technical review, went through planning commission, sometimes design review board, some of our other boards as well, zoning board of adjustment if needed for a variance or deviation. We've essentially added an additional layer of review through this administrative law judge.
So there's actually going to be more than one judge.
Okay.
The Division of Administrative Hearings for the state of Florida is the agency that we're using at this point to provide us with the judges. So our ordinance that was provided in April, it's ordinance 25-07 that actually set this. We're moving from the BCC to a magistrate, which she or he, depending on who comes, doesn't provide a final decision. What they provide is a recommendation with the Board of County Commissioners to make an actual final decision. So that's how magistrates work throughout the court system. Is they provide a recommendation to a judge. They take on that hearing as long as the parties consent. They hear all the evidence and make a recommendation to the judge or whoever is the overarching body. In our case, it's going to be the Board of County Commissioners to make that actual final order on a project.
So this separate judge can provide an unbiased view and recommendation based solely on the evidence presented to them. So it could be a much better product in many ways because of that other perspective. But ultimately, the Board of County Commissioners will hear all applications under the consent agenda. If you had the opportunity to review the video of the QJ hearing, it went really smoothly. I thought it was well put together. We followed the process. Administrative law judge will issue her findings, her recommendation in the coming days, and then we'll be bringing that application to the Board of County Commissioners for their final decision.
There really shouldn't be much difference from the county commissioners hearing this versus an administrative judge hearing it. At the end of the day, what we've done with setting the ordinance is an administrative law judge that is trained on the rules of evidence, understands what can be taken into account and what can't in making a decision on whether or not a project complies with the comp plan and the LDC. So that's why, because of that, a public comment is really something that is going to be more appropriate at Planning Commission. Everybody's trying to work with this and trying to make things flow and learn the process as best we can. So we want to make sure that we can provide the best record that we can. If someone takes exception to a decision that's made on a project, then we have a strong record, and so we have a strong foundation of moving forward. If it goes to a circuit court and a judge has to look at it, we want to be able to provide a good record. So that's why we really encourage your comments to be done at Planning Commission. There's more of an ability for a project to still change and morph. We'll have phone calls with the applicant and we'll exchange emails. We'll talk about things. You know, we're constrained by what we're allowed to do under the comprehensive plan and the LDC. So we can't we can't make somebody do everything, but sometimes there's some give and take that can happen on a project to make everyone live a little bit more cohesively. So we encourage you to come to Planning Commission, take a few minutes, discuss your concerns about a project, so that way it gives us a chance to do something more, because really waiting until that quasi-judicial proceeding, we just don't have the chance to change anything. We can't make it better for you. Where Planning Commission, we have the opportunity to do better.
All right, well, that was the new QJ administrative law judge kind of process and procedure in a nutshell. I hope it served to enlighten some of you and answer some of your questions. If not, please reach out to the planning department. You can ask for Ms. Davis or myself or any number of other folks there. It's 850-267-1955. And we'll see you again next month. Thank you.